I think you can with a daughter with the father's guidance. Okay? But you said something there that I found very interesting. You said make it work a number of times. So for example, one of the greatest predictors of a successful marriage is going to be a woman that hasn't spent her youth being promiscuous. Because the whole make it work notion existed because promiscuity was shamed back in the days. You know, there's a slang term of slut shaming, which is something that mostly happened from mothers and grandparents to the daughters to discourage them from sharing their body with a bunch of men. So a woman that's been with 50 guys today, which isn't that uncommon when she gets married in her 30s, if he's number
guys?
51, yeah.
That's not uncommon?
It's not.
See, I've been married so way too long.
I know,
that
but
sounds insane.
If he's number 51 and they're going to get married and there's conflict in the marriage, her idea of making it work is just going to guy number 52 and untying the knot and getting divorced to see if she can make it work with the next guy.
So my idea of making it work, and I'll ask you this question. So you referenced earlier, now we get married for love. We didn't used to get married for love. We got married for utility. Today we get married for love. So then I would ask you, is love a feeling or is love an action?
Love is a feeling.
Love's a feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where I would disagree.
Yeah, it's something that you feel towards somebody else.
So I believe love is an action, right? So the Bible lays it out clearly that love is patient, love is kind, love is not self-serving, love doesn't keep records of wrongs, love doesn't put themselves above others. So if I treated you that way, then you're going to feel a certain way back about me. And so in an arranged marriage with somebody I don't know, I could treat you with love. I could put your needs above mine, not ride you, all these different types of things, and that would then cause that feeling back. And so that's what I mean by the make it work. Like if we treat each other lovingly, if we treat each other, or with love, I should say, with respect, then that would then cause that feeling. What happens is when both parties don't do that, then it causes a problem. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I could see that angle. It's
the fake it till you make it.
Yes, that's the best way to sort of do it, is it? Yeah.
Because if I treat you that way, you're going to love me. It's what's the syndrome where you fall in love with your nurse kind of thing?
Yeah, sorry, I can't.
But because that nurse has treated you so lovingly, you fall in love with the nurse.
Yeah.
Right? It's even, the Stockholm syndrome, where you even fall in love with your prisoners when they show you kindness.
Yeah, and I mean, women fall in love for different reasons than men. I think men love more idealistically and women love more opportunistically. Because of their hypergamous nature, they want the best that they can get, which is what they're always trying to evaluate. Guys, not so much. It's very interesting because I get challenged on this. Like if I'll have a panel or a group of gals and they might say, well, guys are hypergamous too. They want the best they can get. Not exactly the same. Women want a man, like they have a long laundry list of what they want in a man. He's got to be tall, funny, competent, influential, alpha, beta, soft, strong, very long list. And it's like they want the best that they can absolutely get. And that's one of the things that they have a problem with today is they have so many options because of social media with unlimited validation.
Girls have
and
some
likes.
options or both?
It's both, but it's mostly women that have greater options, right? I mean, women generally have greater options than men, broadly speaking, but they've got greater options to men because of social media, because of dating apps. These are all things that didn't exist 20 years. Men just prioritize availability.
Right, which is why women have it easier because men are less picky, and if they're available, then
George was talking about this once. He said, I asked a room, hey fellas, would you date a attractive gal that worked at McDonald's? And the vast majority of guys said yes, right? You ask women, would you date an attractive man that works at McDonald's? The vast majority of women will say no.
Sure, because they value different things.
Right.
Yeah. And certainly the fiat monetary system that's causing lower and lower standard of living doesn't help that at all.
Yeah, so there's a smaller pool of marriageable guys right now. And because women are climbing the corporate ladder and chasing careers and putting off marriage and children, a lot of the times they're pricing themselves out of the market.
Now, one thing that I'll certainly agree with you on, but I want to see if this is what you mean, but there was the whole government wanting to legalize same-sex marriages and say who you could marry and this and that. And I am certainly not a big government guy. I'm for less government and more freedom. And so I certainly don't need the state to tell me what I can do and can't do. But I do believe in marriage, and I do believe in that commitment, because like I'm ready to go build my life with this person. And so just like I would enter if I was going to start a business with somebody, we would want to have a formal commitment where we've like, okay, let's do this thing. Let's line up and let's go, right? And so like I believe in that formal commitment with my wife, and whether that's done through the church, whether it's done through the state, whether, I don't know, but for me that seems like a very important piece, not just for the hard commitment of building that life, but more even so to the point of we have this, as we've already talked about, this reflexive loop where people have been modeled a bad situation and it just keeps getting worse, worse, worse. And so if we want to correct that, it starts with me, I believe. I'm a man of personal responsibility. I lead by example. And so like I want to example that for my family. So then I want to be a strong father. I want to have a good family. I want to raise my kids properly. And I hope that would influence future generations. So the marriage piece seems like a big piece to me. Do you agree with that? Or it sounded like you were thinking that you don't believe in the act of marriage.
So let me ask this question. You've got an older daughter. Is your guidance today square away being independent, strong, and capable as a woman, or is your guidance today you should really focus your priority on finding a husband?
I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here, and pin down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.